kind of you excited about a game like that when you're playing against Maine?
Yeah, I mean, as far as coverage-wise, you know, I feel like I can cover anybody in the country. But, you know, we've been playing, like, smaller backs, you know, with the few teams, so it's kind of harder to tackle them. Besides Auburn, they had big backs. But I think it's just fun, like, meeting backs like this in the hole.
It's a game of physicality. You play Alabama?
Yeah. It's going to be physical from the start to the finish. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
What do you remember from this game last year? How much did you play in it?
I played it quite a bit. You know, I know one of my first plays was like a hit on the goal line. That, you know, I made a hit on the 1 yard line. I shot a gap, you know, and it was on their freshman running back, so it was like a freshman on freshman deal. And, you know, I had a couple other plays, but, you know, after I got that one penalty, I didn't really get back in the game.
Is Hurts different than most running quarterbacks, or is he like anyone else you guys have faced already?
I say he's different because, you know, he got a lot of moves to his game when he running the ball, so he just don't run and slide. You know, he'll try to juke.
How often you guys get asked, will this finally be the year you guys beat Alabama?
I mean, we get asked a lot, you know. I mean, this is only my second year here, but, you know, like when I went home this past weekend, that's what everybody asked. But, you know, before, you want to win every game, but, you know, you don't know the outcome of the game. So you just got to go in, you know, with the mindset to win and just go in and fight for 4 quarters.
Were you recruited by Alabama?
Yeah, I was pretty heavily recruited by Alabama.
When you pick a school, whether it be LSU or Alabama, you kind of know that this is going to be a huge game. What do you take into that about, I don't know, just the intensity of the matchup?
I mean, yeah, the intensity goes, you know, way beyond my years, you know. So, I mean, I'm just glad that I could be a part of the game because I know it's a big game. I know a lot of people be watching. And, you know, it's one of the late games of the night. So it's just a lot of people play for different reasons. So, you know, for me, I'm playing for the state of Louisiana, so that makes it even more intriguing.
How much pride is in a game like this from a rivalry standpoint, from bragging rights, from games that, you know, if you were to win, you talk about it 30, 40 years later?
I mean, that means a lot, but, you know, and for us, if, you know, we win this game, it's another step, you know, for us to get to, like, the SEC championship. So I think that's what means the most to us because, you know, we got goals, you know, team goals. So, you know, I know you get to talk about it at the end, but it's just more of just winning so you can reach goals that you have set out.
Does a win this weekend, you know, cancel out any other shortcomings for the season and missing any other goals?
Nah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we want to win out. You know, that's our whole goal, but we got to take it, you know, a day and a step at a time. So, you know, Alabama's just the next team that's in line that we have to face to reach our goals.
Devin, some people would say when you're a big underdog like you are, it's, hey, there's nothing to lose. Let's just go out there and let it rip. Is that kind of the attitude that you take, or what attitude do you take?
Nah, I take the attitude that, you know, we're going to prepare well, you know, we're going to execute, and we're going to go out there and win the game. You know, being an underdog, that makes it even much better when you win. But, you know, you got to prepare like, you know, in the game from the start of it, and I know we'll be in the game from the start of it because, I mean, it's not a team that we're going to back down to, you know. It just puts a lot more on our plate being that, you know, don't nobody believe in us. So we got to believe in each other, and we got to make this thing work.
Was how you were recruited by them a lot different than how you were recruited here? Or there were a lot of similarities?
Oh, there was a lot of similarities, you know. Both wanted me a running back but told me I could play anything. You know, both of the head coaches I spoke with a lot. Both of them did in-home visits. You know, they sent a lot of coaches to the games. And when I went up there, you know, they tried to make me feel comfortable. When I came here, they tried to make me feel comfortable. So I say I got a lot of, you know, of the same from both teams.
So what was the final decision for you?
For me, it was just LSU felt more at home, and LSU is home for me because I'm from Louisiana. But I just felt like LSU was at home, and, you know, we got coaching changes, and I still feel the same about LSU. So when you're able to, you know, say like that, because some people pick schools off based off how coaches made them feel when they was on a visit. But, you know, I picked the school because this is where I felt like I was at home.
Devin, Nick Saban earlier today said the worst thing that happened for all of us in the SEC is when LSU lost to Troy. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we embarrassed the SEC by doing that, and we also embarrassed LSU and everybody that came before us. But, you know, we stepped up and we threw it out, and we just kept pressing forward. And, you know, right now that Troy loss is not even in the back of my head no more. All I'm thinking about is Alabama, and then after Alabama, the next game.
I think he was saying that more in the text of like they lost to Troy, now they're a lot better.
Oh,
do you feel like
that they helped?
It's fueling you guys to be more of a threat to them. Do you agree with that? I guess.
I mean, I agree with it. You know, after that game, you know, we had to come to our senses and we had to get this ship back on the right track. So, I mean, it helped us in a lot of ways, but it was a game that you still don't want to lose at the end of the day.
Last week you had said you don't see this as a rivalry game. You know, haven't won in a while. That's not something you usually hear anything associated with this game. You know, why don't you see this as a rivalry game? How do you see this?
I see it just as a big game that's going to get a lot of exposure that we have to go out and win. But when I said that, you know, it's like having that big older brother that you can never beat up. So, you know, I feel like we haven't beat Alabama. Well, it's proof that we haven't beat them in 6 years. But, you know, when you get old enough and you get big enough and you can beat your older brother up. So I feel like now it's the time for us to beat them up and, you know, beat them on the field. But for me, a rivalry game is somebody that win this week, then the next week, then the next time they lose, then they win. It's just go back and forth how it was in the past, you know, before 6 years ago. Because LSU used to be Alabama. That's when it used to be a big rival. But now since we haven't been winning, it's just like, hey, because I know they don't look at it like that's our rival. You know, we're finna go beat them like we do every year. So that's why I said that.
Do you see that as a psychological hurdle for y'all that you haven't beaten them in so long?
I don't know. I guess it's just the teams haven't executed, but you know, you get a shot at them every year. So now we're finna get another shot, and hopefully we can jump that hurdle.
Devin, you feel like you know, Arden coming on the way he is, Darius coming on, you guys are almost like a different team now than the team that played against Troy and Mississippi State earlier this year?
Yeah, I mean, those two guys are, you know, primarily the best players on our team. So the younger guys such as myself feed off those guys. For instance, when Arden Key gets a sack, you know, I just get fired up because, you know, he shows a lot of emotion when he playing the game, and that kind of, you know, have an impact on me. And I know Darius, guys, if he get a big 3-yard run, he getting up slamming the ball, and I know his offensive guys feed off that too. So just to have those guys that's been in big situations and that are top tier players in college football, I think that means a lot for this team.
And this team top to bottom, healthy as it's been all year, you think?
Yeah, I think we got everybody back. You know, I think everybody gonna be 100%, and you know, we coming off the bye week, so I hope everybody's been getting a lot of rest and getting a lot of treatment, so you know, we can go in this game healthy and we won't have no excuses.
What kind of challenges does Hurts present, not only as a passer but as a runner? We saw it last year; he scored the only touchdown.
Yeah, I call him a running back that can throw the ball. You know, when he get in open field, you know, he can make you miss. You know, he's not one of the guys that's gonna slide down when you coming at him. So you just gotta be on your P's and Q's because he brings a lot of, you know, different stuff than other quarterbacks to the game.
Is this week, how much of this week is just managing distractions? You got a ton more media here. I'm sure players have been coming back. I mean, the attention, how much of it is just getting those distractions out of the way?
Well, I mean, Coach O, when he come in this room, he going to say focus on the task in hand. So whatever you got to do today, that's all you focus on, and that's what you pride yourself on. So today I know we got, like, situational practice where we're going to go over the things that we need to do better, and that's what we're going to focus on. Hopefully we can do those things 100%, and then we'll keep moving forward and focus on something different Tuesday, which is Competition Tuesday. So we'll focus on competing. And then Wednesday, Turnover Wednesday, the defense want to get turnovers and the offense don't want to turn the ball over, which are the things that we want to do in the game. So I feel like that's what we need to do all week.
Devin, right now you are averaging 10 tackles per game. You're leading the SEC. What are you going to do to keep that up?
Coach Randall told me, you know, if I play assignment football, this could be a big game for me. So with that being said, I feel like that he's going to have, like, some type of scheme that a lot of inside linebackers to make plays. And when the play come to me, I'm just going to make it for the team.
Thanks, Devin.
No problem.
Thanks.